William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I am the man to beat Daniel Dubois.
You're going to sleep.
This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in New York City. It's fight week, joined by super middleweight king Callum Smith, who's boxing at MSG this Saturday night. How does that feel, Callum?
Yeah, it feels good. Madison Square Garden, it's a special fight venue. A lot of top fighters have fought here over the years, and I'm looking forward to add myself to that list. And I'll come here as a world champion, defend a world champion. It's something I always envisioned as a kid, and I'm living my childhood dream now, and I plan on keeping my titles for as long as I can, and I plan on leaving Madison Square Garden still a world champion.
Boxing Hassan and Dam. How much do you know about Dam? Obviously, he's an experienced customer.
Yeah, he's very experienced. He's been around a long time. He's a former, I think, two-time world champion down at middleweight, and he's been in with a lot of good fighters, and he holds good wins over Curtis Stevens and most recently over Martin Murray. So he's coming in off a good win, and it's a big opportunity for himself. But I just believe I'm the best middleweight in the world, and providing I turn up and perform the way I know I can, then I believe I can beat anyone on the planet.
Callum, the fight's been getting a little bit of stick, probably a compliment to you. How much of a test does he pose?
I think he's a good test. No, he's a good back foot mover. I think he'll try and make it as tough and as awkward for me as possible. And it's a strange one, because people before the Groves fight were writing me off and saying I couldn't compete at that level. And the way I beat Groves, people are now expecting me to just fight Hassan and Dan out. Whereas if the fight were the other way around, if I fought Hassan and Dan before Groves, people would be saying it was a good fight for me. So it's just, like I say, it's a compliment to myself how well I beat George Groves. People expect me to walk through Hassan and Dan, but I wish boxing was that straightforward, and that was the case. I've still got a job to do the weekend, but I believe if I perform the way I know I can, then I can beat Hassan and Dan pretty comfortable, and I can get rid of him and make a statement and make people sit up and take notice of me again.
Callum, I've seen a few rumours suggesting that you might be moving up to 175.
I think Frank Warren made that rumour up, I think. But no, listen, I'm good. I think as far as my last fight tells you, I can still do 168 and I can still perform at it. People said, I looked tight at the weight last time, and I got in and probably put in a career best performance to date. So, I'm naturally slim anyway, so I look a bit slim when I get to the weight, but I can do the weight comfortable. I've been around boxing a long time. I've seen a lot of fighters who struggle with weight, and I'm not there anytime just yet. So as long as there's fights and big fights and belts for me to still win at 168, then I'll stay here as long as I can. And then once I feel I've achieved everything I can, I'll try and become a two-world champion. I'm definitely big enough for 175, and it is definitely something I would like to do in the future, but no, I have no plans in the near future to move up.
If you're staying at 168 in the near future, let's talk about that division. Just seen Billy Joe Saunders become a two-weight world champion. What are your thoughts on Billy moving up to 68? And how much is a sort of a clash with him interest you? Obviously, huge domestic clash in Britain it'd be.
Yeah, listen, he's done well. He's a two-weight world champion. It's something I'd like to be in the future by going to 175, as you just said. And he's a good fighter. He's a very skillful fighter. I've always rated him. I do believe he's a middleweight. No, I don't think he's a fully fledged super middleweight. And I don't think his opponent weren't the best the weekend, but he did what he had to do. He boxed well, he won every round, and he got caught and he felt a shot. And I think that shows. Super middleweight, it's a big jump from middleweight, and I do believe he's a better middleweight, but super middle probably provides more opportunities for him. So I think we'll have to see what he wants to do in the future. But I want to be unified champion. I want to see if I can try and become undisputed champion. There's a lot of goals I've set myself, and I've always set the bar pretty high, and I'm going to continue to do so. So I want to be involved in a big fight in the future. I want to fight some of the other champions and some of the bigger names. So I'm open to it, and I've got a good team around me. They'll put the best fights possible for me in front, and I've just got to keep improving in the gym and make sure to keep winning.
Callum, people are saying if you and Billy Joe fought that you'd win because of your sort of superior size advantage, and there's another camp saying Billy Joe's very skillful and he might outbox you. How do you sort of respond to that camp?
Listen, boxing's about opinions. He's a good fighter, and people probably believe his movement's pretty good, but the people said the same thing about Groves. Groves was a good mover and had a very good jab, and I didn't have the boxing ability to live with him, and I believe in the Groves fight I was beating him at his own game and then took him out, and I believe I'd do the same to Billy Joe Saunders. But again, until that fight happens, it's all about opinions, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and until the fight happens, we'll never really know. But I believe I can beat anyone in the world at 12 stone, and I still stand by that regardless of who moves up to the division, who moves down. Any fighter at 12 stone I'll beat.
Ramirez has obviously moved up to 175 pounds, so he's out the equation. But you've got Benavidez, which whether he came to the UK or you fought in the US would be a massive fight, unification. Surely that's on your radar as well.
Yeah, Benavidez is a very good fighter. I've watched him for a long time now, and I believe he's getting better and better. He's only young, and in the Gavril fight he showed a few little mistakes he was making, but like I said, he was only 21 at the time, and I think he's improving, and it's a good fight. It's a massive fight. Caleb Plant's a good fight as well. They're both undefeated, so them fights excite me. Even talking about them now, they're the ones that motivate me and excite me and make me want to get in the gym and make me want to better myself to become unified champion. So they're the fights I'll be sitting down with my team and looking to make provide me come through the weekend. Just
the last one. We mentioned some big fighters, but it doesn't really get bigger than Gennady Golovkin, Canelo. Now I've seen rumours potentially suggesting Golovkin may move up to 68, and we know Canelo's boxed at 68 before. Yeah, I mean those would be dream fights. Those two.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they're a no-brainer. The phone rings for either of them fights. You don't really take long to accept them, but. And I've got a job to do June 1st, and then, like I said, we'll sit down and we'll look for the best possible fight for me. If it's unifications or against some of the bigger names like your Golovkins or your Canelos, then they're what motivate me, they're what excite me, and they're what I'm in boxing for.
Callum Smith, appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck against Ndam this Saturday night, and we'll catch a word with you after.
Mate, thank you.
William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I am the man to beat Daniel Dubois.
We're going to sleep.